It's 2021. Green guy and blue girl are back in the fight. Andrew and Toby are bringing tears to our eyes. And the state of the world was just fine.
Coronavirus!
Bit of a mixed bag that year, but one camera company had something pretty dang spicy and memorable up their sleeve, or should I say, in their pocket. It's the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. There's actually a little black bag here. I wonder if there's a better name for the camera in here. Nope, just these.
I'll be your memory.
But in 2021, what did the 6K Pro actually feature? First, Blackmagic decided to fix one of the biggest complaints we had with the Pocket 4K and the Pocket 6K, the fixed screen on the back of the cameras. The 6K Pro finally gave us a tilt screen.
Tilt it and see it. Isn't that nice?
But if you don't want to use the screen, especially in bright conditions, you can use the EVF. It's a brand new system they came up with, optional accessory that you can attach to the top of the camera, and it was actually really nice quality. The outer shell was classic Blackmagic plastic, but under the hood was an absolute B-raw meat castle. I'm talking a Super 35 HDR sensor, dual native ISO of 400 and 3200. It records in 6K up to 50 frames per second, 5.7K up to 60 frames per second, and 2.8K at 120. All of that, by the way, is in Blackmagic RAW. But it also offered ProRes 4K DCI. And finally, Blackmagic ditched the LPE6 Cranon-style batteries and instead switched to the Sony-style NP-F570 style batteries. And if you needed longer run times, they offered another new accessory, the Pro Battery Grip, which honestly was overhyped because in practice, having owned one of these, I have my gripes with the grip. In theory, the concept is awesome. It's supposed to give you way longer battery life, but in practice, it's freaking janky. You gotta put a battery in the camera still, in that slot that's part of the camera, and then the grip attaches to the bottom, adding 2 extra batteries in a plasticky tray. Now, these two new batteries are supposed to keep the other one charged, but you know what happens sometimes is that battery in the camera does die, and then you gotta unscrew the entire grip, replace the battery up in the camera, put the grip back on, put the tray back in, tighten the tray, and now you're back to shooting. Tangent aside, Blackmagic was offering something incredible with the features and specs of the 6K Pro. But not only that, they came out with the brand new Gen 5 color science, which in typical Blackmagic fashion, they not only put it in this brand new camera, but also offered a free update for owners of the previous 4K and 6K pocket cameras, which is so cool. And if any company in the camera world understands value, it's the boys in black.
We'll take it from here.
Who the hell are you?
Because this camera came out brand new at only $2,495 US diesel. And look, Derek, you might be saying, wow, Zachariah Kenneth Mayfield, that sounds incredibly affordable for all those features. But hey, Derek, you know what? Blackmagic gave us one last thing in the 6K Pro. I don't know how to even say this without getting emotional. They gave us internal NDs.
Thank you, Blackmagic, for all you've done for this community. We will weep on your grave when you inevitably pass someday. We love you! Reset! Fire!
Whew, wow, this camera is genuinely freaking stacked, filled to the brim with incredible quality features. Obviously, it better perform well in the real world because a spec sheet is one thing, and this channel ain't just spec sheet read-offs. That's why it's taken me a month to upload, sorry. And yes, it's crazy how affordable the price is. That's pretty typical for Blackmagic even today. But what's even crazier is right now, at the time of recording this video, you can find 6K Pros, whether body alone or entire filmmaking kits, for borderline bonkers nation prices. So I want to film some stuff with the 6K Pro and show you a short film that me and the guys are working on. But first, I want to sit down with 2 of my new work buddies and see what you guys have made with this camera.
Welcome back to another episode of Filmmaker Reacts, the only show on YouTube that has filmmakers reacting to filmmaking things. Today, I'm joined by my 2 handsome co-hosts. Introduce yourselves in 2 or 3 seconds.
Ethan. Thomas.
Today, we are looking at some projects that were shot by various people on YouTube on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. This first one is called 40 Days by Charlene Weiss. That actually looks amazing.
That does look really good.
Expect traffic delays and restrictions.
Sticking to one color right now.
Also, I want to comment on the movement of the camera, because what I noticed from like me and Ethan testing the camera recently is it's a very shaky camera because it's so lightweight with the plastic build quality. We ended up putting the 24-105 Canon f4 with stabilization.
Yeah.
That helped a ton.
Because there's no auto stabilization, right?
Right, no, there's like no stabilization built in. But I'm curious if they're using like heavy lenses or something, because the movement looks good.
Yeah, it
Pretty steady.
definitely doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
So do we feel that the graininess is low light or compression? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Is this more intentional film grain or is it just compressed?
I'm wondering if there's just like shadow noise.
Yeah, I think it's just the low light.
It also just has a very high-end image. Like this looks like it could live on a Netflix original.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there were definitely a couple shots where I almost felt like I could see the like resolve stabilization trying to like compensate for it, and other than that, I mean, it looked phenomenal.
Yeah. Ethan, would you like to introduce our second contender?
The Cosmos short by Eleander Pictures.
Did they actually shoot this? I bet they did.
No.
Holy crap,
wow.
this looks good. Dude, I bet they shot this through a telescope.
No.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
I bet they did.
I think they did.
This is a visual effects, yeah. I did quite a bit of visual effect work here. All the scope shots that you see, all the POVs, they're all visual effects, except for the moon.
No.
Look at that. Look at.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The telescope lens is so long that we can't actually get a full frame shot of the moon. So what we're doing is we're locking the camera off, we're letting the moon move through it, and then we'll composite them together in post to give ourselves a full glorious moon in more than 6K actually.
Blackmagic cameras are so good at being high resolution, but not like over sharpened. They still have that Blackmagic smoothness.
Does not feel super digital,
Yeah.
super sharp.
So many amazing close-ups.
Yeah.
Like that where they were
Yeah.
nailing focus. Even on the sliding shots, like nothing funky.
I'm kind of shocked. I guess maybe just at the difference of like the one issue I had with the first one was
The noise.
the noise on the dark shots, and then that one was pretty much only dark shots.
Yeah.
And it looked really good.
The next one is by Quincy Coppage, Man of Steel.
Notably a comma after of.
What could it mean?
Skin tone's crazy. Just looks really good.
I don't know if they're adding any exterior light because I don't see any like catch lights in their eyes.
Yeah.
But they're shooting in a really clever way with like, first of all, the framing, like his head is framed within that tree. And then you can tell they're shooting against the sun, probably in the evening. Look at all the amazing like backlight on his shoulders and arms.
I wonder if all they have is just like diffusion, because it is super
It
soft.
almost doesn't look like they're reflecting anything either. It's just very ambient with the lighting.
I was gonna say, as far as like story or acting or writing, whatever you'd want to call it, this one by far is the best. So
Yeah.
They don't need to know that though.
yep, well done.
Great job, Quincy. That was my favorite one so far.
Yeah,
Locked in on that one. That was awesome.
Absolutely dialed. Shout out, Quince. Well, do you boys feel inspired now to go out with this camera and create?
I'd say so.
I feel inspired. Yeah.
Y'all are freaking talented, and if I missed your project that you've shot on the 6K Pro, please drop a comment. Link the stuff you've made. I want to check all of it out. Now, let me premiere to you this film that me and my friends made on the 6K Pro. I need to come up with a title for it right now. Hi, my name is Zachariah Kenneth Mayfield, and it's true. I've broken a lot of camera gear. I crashed my Mavic Air 2 into a tree while filming go-karts. I crashed that same drone into a lake while filming jet skis and never recovered it. I then got a new drone and crashed it into a sailboat. Oh my God. What I'm trying to say is I've broken a lot of camera gear, but there's one thing I haven't broken. That's my heart. Why? It's simple. I'm a member of Professional Photographers of America, AKA PPA. Yeah, he won't shut up about this PPA thing. So what do you guys think about gear equipment insurance? Do you have any? Is that what your video's
Apparently you get $15,000 of gear equipment insurance.
These guys don't have insurance.
If you're renting from gear houses, you can use your policy as collateral to protect yourself. He said that a few times.
It just keeps saying that it's like not just for photographers, but for video, audio. Like apparently their website is like this massive resource for photo, video, business education, rate cards, like all this crazy stuff. It's just too good to be true.
They think I'm lying? No, all of what I've said is true. They cover all of that and so much more. They even can help with client issues, as I told Jonah earlier. So let's say one of your clients freaks out and they're just being a bad client, they're threatening to sue you. PPA can actually step in and they can assist you with client issues and they can help you out with stuff.
This fucking guy just won't shut the hell up. Just wears me out hearing about this PPA thing. Can I do that small Svedka there? Awesome, thank you so much. I appreciate the brief respite.
It's not even that expensive.
I can't get a second here.
Disney Plus or Hulu, you could probably.
I can't deal with this right now.
I need the clips.
I can't deal with this right now.
You know, the list goes on and on. Why don't you just click the top link in the description to find out for yourself, and you'll get a discount if you use my link, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. Thank you, PPA, for sponsoring this video. As I was saying, hey, I just want to tell you about PPA. What did you think? Was it a good movie? You can react to it if you want. Who cares? It won't offend me. Here's the deal. I am not going to sugarcoat this at all. The 6K Pro, to this day, absolutely slaps. I get that some people highly dislike this pocket freaking body style that's going to fit in the biggest Jargos you could possibly afford. It's a weird, bulky style body, but at the same time, you have to appreciate that for a camera a little bit chonkier than a mirrorless camera, the quality and spec features you get for actual cinema is unbelievable, especially with the internal NDs, which is by far my favorite feature on this camera. And these are not gimmicky, crappy NDs, they're actual IR compensated NDs, so the quality and colors you're getting are spectacular. You get 2 mini XLRs, headphone 3.5, a big bright tilt screen with the best menus out of any camera system on the market. I gotta read this part because it's just insane. The Gen 5 color science with great dynamic range, dual native ISO, 6K B-RAW, and Resolve Studio for free if you bought this thing new is just a ridiculous combo for this price. But obviously it's not perfect, especially after looking back at it from nearly 5 years after launch. So what do I dislike? First one might be a little controversial, but the lack of stabilization, I get that's normal for Blackmagic, and true cinema cameras often don't have stabilization. Luckily, that 24-105 has optical stabilization. That's why I kept this lens on the camera pretty much the whole time. I did get a few shots with the Helios and it looked freaking sweet, but having stabilization in that lens was a huge plus. The battery life, even though improved from the crappy Canon batteries, is still really rough. I mean, sometimes the batteries will just jump down from full to like a third of the battery left. It doesn't say the percentage, and then the battery will cut out while recording, either corrupting your file or just ending your recording session. I already mentioned the battery grip. Overall, the power situation just kind of sucks with this camera, and I get that you can slap a V-mount on it or put a weird battery on the bottom, but it's already such a bulky camera, it kind of defeats the purpose of kind of small camera. Also, I just don't like the build quality of these cameras. It was one of my biggest complaints with owning the 6K full frame, and one of the reasons I got rid of it were these same problems that I'm finding with the 6K Pro. It's just clunky. That's why I moved to the Pixis as my personal professional camera. So much more reliable. A small thing I found that I don't like is the 3.5mm jack doesn't power all small shotgun mics. I had to find a powered shotgun mic. Just something to keep in mind if you actually want to get one of these cameras. For media, the reliance on CFast just feels dated. Obviously, it's an older camera, so I can't fault it for that. But in the modern day, obviously, like I would prefer CF Express. But luckily, you can also use SD or external SSDs. A lot of people slap those T5s and T7s from Samsung on the top of these cameras, and you can go over USB-C to get that option. This last one is probably going to sound controversial, but the lack of autofocus. I know. I would have gotten decimated for saying this in 2021, and I kind of got roasted for saying this about my Blackmagic 6K full frame.
I would love to see autofocus with this kind of image quality. It would be absolutely bonkers. So if you're hoping to get those things out of this camera, you need to look elsewhere for sure.
And people kind of roasted me, and then they added autofocus. So checkmate, Derek. How's it feel? Just kidding, Derek. I really love you, man. You're really handsome. It is okay, man. I will delete my comment and I will subscribe to all of your channel. Did that look good? So, does it hold up in the modern day? Absolutely yes, but it's not going to be great for all types of shooters. Here's who I think it will not be that good for. People doing solo run and gun stuff. It just doesn't have the reliability. Yes, you can make it work, but there's going to be better options out there nowadays. Weddings, I would personally never take this camera on just because of the battery issues. Also, vlogging and YouTube stuff that you're mostly doing by yourself, I would just get a camera with reliable autofocus, better battery life, more reliability. I wish I could have the NDs in a YouTube camera, but alas, we're still waiting. But I think this camera can be great for so many more types of people, like film students who need their first aspiring cinematography camera for narrative stuff, short films, branded content. You want to get a camera that creates incredible image quality that will still be acceptable for years and years to come, but also won't break the bank. That is the 6K Pro, plus it's the more affordable EF mount, Super 35, so it's going to fit so many types of lenses out there that are also pretty affordable. I think it would be amazing for like music videos, short films, passion projects, honestly color grading nerds who want to become amazing colorists. This is such an incredible raw format to work with that just still looks so good. You get to play with all that dynamic range, that raw data, and practice color grading to your heart's content. I don't know, man. I think the 6K Pro is still super good, and I think you guys are amazing for watching this video and making it to the end. So I just want to say a huge shout out to my patrons and my YouTube members for the continued support over there. It means the world. Go check it out if you're wanting to support. But you just watching is all that I could ask for. I appreciate you guys. Text me when you get home so I know you're safe. And please watch out for this single deer. He's been running around my town of Indiana, and I am not happy about him. And please remember that you are loved much more than you might even know. I'm telling you, just if you're going through anything, shoot up a prayer with genuine curiosity and just see what happens. Give it some time. And yeah, who knows? Maybe you'll be answered. All right. Love you guys so much. See you in the next video. Bye.